You know, there's a second Forrest Gump movie coming up. Forrest
The
Gump 2.
second. Oh, what?
Yeah, have you heard about that?
No. What? Uh, who's it about?
It's Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, of course, because Tom Hanks is always going to be Forrest Gump. And his son, do you know
Yeah.
who's going to play his son? His AIDS
Who?
baby is going to be played by Timothy Chalamet. And
But why?
because apparently there was a manuscript for the sequel to Forrest Gump, even though Forrest Gump is a perfect movie. It ends in a perfect way.
What is it? Yeah, what? Yeah, what does it need a sequel for? What?
So
Insane.
the second movie, the second movie is called Gump and Company.
This is fucking stupid as hell. I hate this shit so much. I mean, I know it's totally unoriginal to say it, but like,
I read the plot. The plot is actually kind of fucking insane. Like, let's actually read the plot.
What? All right, what is it?
In 1980, the shrimp market exploded and Forrest cannot keep up with the demand, adding to Forrest's troubles. Lieutenant Dan sells off his share of the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and the company eventually goes under. To make ends meet, he gets a job as a janitor in a strip club, where he meets a former colleague football teammate who gets him in a tryout for the New Orleans Saints. Forrest is concerned that he has lost some of his running ability, but does so for the sake of his family. For a time, Forrest pulls the team up in the rankings, but gets cut when he says he cannot make a game due to Jenny's death and her subsequent funeral. Jenny's mother is in poor health, and Forrest resolves to earn money to support his son, Forrest Jr., who only recently became aware that Forrest is his actual father. Again, unemployed, Forrest sells phony encyclopedias door to door, but this is criticized by Little Forrest. By the way, that's the name of Timothy Chalamet. It's going to be Little Forrest. Who points out glaring errors chancing upon the house of wealthy women whose husband is wrapped up in a research. Forrest helps create the infamous new Coke, getting him a new job with a conglomerate after he cannot remember the formula. When he is hounded day and night to duplicate the effort, he feigns success, but the gala event to debut the drink turns into a mob when people think it's awful. Forrest flees by train and gets a job on a pig farm where he convinces the commanding sergeant major, one of Forrest's confederates from the Vietnam War, of a nearby army base to supply them with garbage to feed the pigs. This becomes a success and leads to an idea to create energy from pig dung, but Forrest fails to check control gauges, ending into a messy disaster. Forrest flees Alabama from Washington, D.C. this is the second one is where everything goes wrong. Nothing works.
What? This is insane. What, he was a millionaire in the first one. Couldn't he? Wouldn't he be like investing in what?
But this is realistic though. This is where his his retardation finally caught up to his good luck, and where he started just making things go wrong and having to flee by train.
This is very stupid. I hate this. I hate this.
Once at Union Station in Washington, Forrest sees a homeless, handicapped man who says he is Lieutenant Dan, who had fallen in with those who took advantage of him and absconded with his retirement money, leaving him bankrupt. On top of that, Dan has become half blind. Forrest, not wishing to see Dan homeless, says they will work something out. Forrest soon meets with a mere colonel who recruits Forrest into a clandestine mission to Iran. They meet with Ronald Reagan.
What?
On the mission itself, they meet Ayatollah Khomeini. The mission is discovered and everyone disavows responsibility, save for Forrest, who is jailed. Sometime later, Forrest and the other prisoners are eligible for a work release program.
The prisoners in Iran?
Look, to which they are put to work under religious rehabilitation at Holy Land, along with John Hinckley Jr., where he accidentally exposes Jim Backer's affair with his secretary. I did. No, whoever wrote the Forrest Gump movies has the craziest imagination.
This is cocaine. This is definitely cocaine.
Forrest then works with Ivan Boesky and Michael Milken on Wall Street, where he and his son meet a young actor there while shooting Big, who makes awkward remarks such as "life is like a box of chocolate," which fails to impress them After sleeping with his attractive secretary, Forrest is visited by Jenny's ghost, who is worried about Forrest. Not on the account of the affair, because you can cheat on your ghost wife, but because he has not questioned why he has been getting lots of money to simply sign papers. Sure enough, he is set up to be the fall guy for their schemes, but his trial is I cannot read this.
Okay, hold on. I'm just skipping ahead here, just because for my own sake. He's involved in smashing down the Berlin Wall. He gets deployed to the Gulf War. His tank crew captures Saddam Hussein, and then they release him.
Let's just fucking read through the plot.
Okay,
I'm locked in. He's later met by two MPs who tell him that due to an error being medically released while in Vietnam, his enlistment has yet to expire and he is back on active duty. He is taken from New York City to a remote post in Alaska while his son stays behind. Forrest considers Alaska a nice change of pace from the superficiality of Manhattan, but ends up accidentally wrecking the Exxon Valdez after a drunken night with an old friend. In the environmental hoopla that ensues, the army spirits Forrest out of the States and decides to quiet his involvement, as court-martialing a Medal of Honor recipient would look bad. Forrest is then assigned to the reputed worst job in the army, cleaning mud off tank treads in West Germany. Forrest also meets an attractive blonde woman named Gretchen, who works in a beer hall originally from East Germany. Gretchen was spirited to the West, but her family still remains in the Soviet zone. Forrest and Gretchen start dating, but when Forrest suggests buying little Forrest an Oompa horn, Gretchen thinks he cannot afford such a gift on a private salary and suggests better report could be built through writing letters explaining his situation in Germany. When Forrest's background in pro football is discovered, he gets recruited for the unit football team. During a game, Forrest punts the ball, which flies over the Berlin Wall, caused another turn of events where people in both East and West Berlin start breaking the wall with sledgehammers.
Yeah, he's responsible for the fall of the Berlin Wall.
That's right. Forrest is deployed for the Gulf War, where he is reunited with Lieutenant Dan, who is blind and handicapped. His tank crew captures Saddam Hussein. Norman Schwarzkopf is shocked at this, while privately praising such initiative. He remarks they got all of them in trouble with President George H.W. Bush, as it was not the orders to get Saddam, and orders Saddam return. They do so, taking Saddam to the outskirts of Baghdad. However, right afterward, they're hit by friendly fire. Forrest flees to safety, but not Lieutenant, who says his time has come, like all his ancestors who died in an American war. Forrest starts harvesting oysters and builds it into a very successful business with the help of Forrest Jr. and all his old contacts. When thinking about investments, investing the proceeds, he meets Bill and Hillary Clinton at Whitewater. The final chapter deals with Forrest arguing with Forrest Jr., who has taken up to adolescent rebellion by clandestinely drinking beer, and Forrest Sr. laying down the law in an old-fashioned way. Forrest gets one final visit from Jenny, from the ghost of Jenny, by the way, saying that he has set their son straight and she likes that German girl, implying she is ready to cross over to heaven. Forrest marries Gretchen, and his story gets put into film. Oh my God, this is such a nightmare of a plot. What the fuck?
Hold on, read the next. Keep going.
Cancelled film adaptation. A Gump and Company film was in the works at one point. Due to the success of the first book and film, screenwriter Eric Roth submitted a script for the sequel on September 10th, 2001, but after September 11 attack the next day, there was a sense that the world had changed and that the plot of Gump and Company was no longer relevant. The project ended up languishing in development hell.
I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, a big thank you to Osama bin Laden for planning and executing the attacks of September 11th, which had the effect of preventing this film from seeing the light of day. Thank you. I can only offer America's deepest appreciation.
Maybe that was the point of 9/11, is that he really liked the first movie and didn't want his childhood memories to get ruined by the second one.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I agree with him wholeheartedly.
This might have been the most crack-headed plot I've read in my life. Like,
What
this
the
cannot
fuck?
make sense.
This is, again, I mean, so much fucking cocaine. Can you even imagine? And I get that the first Forrest Gump part of the joke was, oh, he's involved in all these things and he did all that, but they already did all that. And then as a result of it, he ends up, in a position where he shouldn't need to be doing that again. He's already been nationally famous for running across the country and stuff. What the fuck? It's crazy.
Apparently, there's a trailer. I gotta fucking see this motherfucking trailer.
All right.
Hi, Mom.
Trees. No. Oh, this is fake. This has to be fake. This is
No, it's not.
this is AI. I don't believe this. I genuinely don't believe
Dad, I'm
this.
having a hard time deciding what.
This is AI. This is for sure AI. This is 100 billion
Yep.
% AI. Okay. All right.
No, it is.
You have,
says-
you
oh,
have
yeah,
let,
it's a
let
concept.
yourself be tricked.
Oh my god, I wanted to see.
They got you.
Fuck it, let's just
Corvo.
watch
They
this
got
anyway.
you. They got you. They got you. No, I mean,
I'm watching this anyway.
this sucks.
Yeah, it's the dumbest shit ever.
Just run.
Only if you have sneakers.
So stupid.
Only if you have sneakers.
Wait, why does he sound dignified and coherent? It doesn't sound like this anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds like a real person.
because it's trained on like Tom Hanks's voice generally
Yeah.
and not the movie, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is AI. This sucks so bad.
Yeah, if you're gonna do Forrest Gump AI, at least gump it up a bit. You
had
can't just have a normal guy talking.
They also pretty clearly had like the script is generated by AI because the words don't make any sense either.
It's so
Dad might
lazy.
not be the smartest guy around.
The music is insane too.
Maybe we're just overthinking.
It's like discordant. It's giving me anxiety. This is horrible. This is the word.
Yeah, this,
I love this. I love that we're burning down like the entire Amazon rainforest to make this fucking crap, this garbage. Holy fuck moly.
again,
This is more
just
of the
concept.
same. It's this exact same thing. It's fucking idiotic. No, you have let yourself be tricked. I don't think this is a real thing.
You don't think I would watch Forrest Gump 2 if it came out? I would 100% go to the
I know
movie
you
theater
would.
by myself.
I know that you would watch it, but what I'm saying to you is
I want to
that
see
it
Tom
is
Hanks
fake.
be Forrest Gump.
I'm saying I don't think this
Tom
is real
Hanks.
at all. I think this is a rumor you've heard about or something.
Ever since I saw Forrest Gump when I was a child, Tom Hanks has always been Forrest Gump. He's just different types of Gump.
No, Forrest Gump
Forrest
2
Gump.
is not real. Okay, great.
It's gonna happen at some point.
No, this is made up. Someone made this up on the internet. Frankly, I don't believe you.
Well,
Now I
what
don't
is it?
believe that Wikipedia article.
No, there is a real there is a real book called Trump.
No, this is
Gump and
this is a
Company.
Wikipedia entry. I also don't believe this. Who wrote this entry? Well, now I want to get real conspiracy brain. All right, where look at the history of this page. Who's been contributing to it?
Look, it's a
What are
real.
the tool? There are tools you can use to look up the authors of Wikipedia pages.
Randy
Yeah,
Quinn.
I don't know.
You don't think
I don't
Randy
know.
Quinn?
I don't know
seems
who
like a
Randy Quinn is. Randy Quinn added what 4 characters or something. The fuck? I don't know about all this. I don't like this.
There is a book called Gump and Company.
Yeah.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Well, the book maybe, but wait, who wrote this? When was this published? This says 2010.
Groom gives a valiant, sometimes even soulful performance. Many people will enjoy and appreciate what Gump and Company has to say about our times, our world, and ourselves.
Okay, now
Kinky Friedman.
Did Winston Groom write the first book, or is this just someone's weird fan fiction?
This name does not seem real. Kinky Friedman?
I mean, that might literally be like a pen name, like they made a name up for. Yeah, his real name is Richard. The Kinky is just a nickname. Yeah. Winston Francis Groom Jr. Was an American author. He is best known for his best-selling novel Forrest Gump. Okay, fair enough. So the same guy who wrote Forrest Gump, he did write a novel that is a sequel. I will believe at least that much. All the rest of this, though, about a movie getting made, this is made up. You, unfortunately, Corvo, got.
Yeah, that's fine.